Okay, so first of all, thank you very much for joining me on this 6-week program called the Online Coaching Formula. And this is very, very interesting because right now, and you probably can't see it from where you're sitting, I'm actually in Thailand. I can see the beach not very far from where my feet are, and I'm sitting here by the pool outside just with my laptop and my presentation clicker. So I'm going to take you through over the next couple of weeks how you can also do the same thing. You know, it's a pretty amazing thing to do, to be able to set up an online coaching program and actually deliver it from anywhere in the world just on your laptop. So people don't want to talk about the laptop lifestyle, and it's highly possible. So this is module 1, week 1 of the online coaching formula, and every week I'm going to be taking you through step by step how to do this, what I've done. Now this is my second online coaching formula program. I did the first program a few months ago, and this is the second one. So I'm also going to show you how you can repeat the same program actually again and again, because you limit your numbers on the actual program. So you can pretty much do a couple of the same programs sort of every year while you're traveling or while you're on holiday, or even let it pay for your holiday, which is quite cool. So let's get started. Okay, first of all, some important information. All rights to the recordings of this program are reserved by myself, Sahel Khan, and the Joint Venture Group. The information provided on this program is for informational purposes only. There are no guarantees that the results you'll get are the same as the results obtained from the program creator. So, let's begin. So, here's what we'll be covering over the next 6 weeks. Week 1, we'll be covering an introduction to coaching online. Week 2, we'll be covering how to actually find your niche or your niche and your ideal client. I've had a couple of conversations with a few of you trying to identify what strengths you have and what sort of coaching you'd like to deliver. So this is going to help you in terms of finding your niche and, of course, as well at the same time, your ideal client. Week 3 will be covering how to actually create your online coaching program. Now, one of the things also as part of the program, you'll get access to our online course creation platform software. So you can get access to that and use it. Normally we give a 30 days access, but for everyone on the program we'll give you 90 days access to the actual platform. So you can actually get up and running and start making money as soon as possible using the actual platform. Week 4 we'll be covering how to deliver your online coaching program, and this is again using the platform that we're going to give you access to for free, and you can actually use that to create your own online coaching program. And by the way, all the recordings of this program, the online forum, the discussion forums, the live chat, and also all the templates that you get with this program will actually be hosted on that platform. So most of you are already registered onto that platform, but we'll cover that more again in later detail. Week 5 we're going to cover how to actually market and sell your online coaching program. Now I've been doing this now very successfully over the last couple of years. It's always great to have additional revenue streams, and it's also interesting how you can actually get people to register for a coaching program and make anywhere between sort of 5K and sort of 50 and 20K for a 6 or 7 or 8 week coaching program. And one of the reasons why you can do this very easily we'll cover in week 6, which will be building your online credibility. Now this is one of the most important aspects of getting people to trust and like you, and also invest in you as well. I mean, all of you have come into this program over the next 6 weeks, partly because you want to learn how to do this, but also partly because you know me and you like me and you trust me. So we built up a bond and a trust. I have that credibility to be able to deliver this program. And the great thing is this program is not theory. I'm actually doing it right now, and I've done this a few times with different programs. I've done a JV program, which you guys will also get access to, and I've also done an online coaching formula program as well. So the proof is in the pudding. This is something that I've done, I continuously do, and it's amazing and it's great fun at the same time. So let's go over to Module 1 first of all, Introduction to Online Coaching. And also, guys, there will be a Q&A session at the end of this of each class. And if you have any questions for me, you can either raise your hand or put them in the chat box, and we can have a discussion and a Q&A after the class. You'll also be able to have any discussions with me and the other people on the program in the online forum, and there's a live chat feature there as well, so we can always touch base on a weekly basis, because obviously I want to help you guys. It's not just about me training and training you, it's about coaching as well. So every week we'll touch base, and we'll go backwards and forwards, and you guys will actually show me what you've done, show me what you've developed, from A to Z, from the blueprint right up to the content and the creation of the training program online, and also onto how to promote it as well. So I'll be working with you constantly on a week-by-week basis. So Module 1, Week 1, Introduction to Online Coaching. In this week, or in this module, we're going to cover things like, why online coaching. We're going to also cover coaching versus consulting. This is something that I do both of. I do more consulting than I do coaching, but I'm going to show you the difference between coaching and consulting. Also, we're going to touch upon the online group coaching model, which is what we're doing right now. We're also going to discuss the online coach's role. As an online coach, what is your role? What do you have to fulfill as your obligation to students on the course? We'll also look at the client's role. It's not only just about us, it's also about what is the client's role. There's two aspects to doing an online coaching program. And there's the coach, which is us, or the trainer, and there's also the attendees, or the clients. So we'll also discuss that. We'll also talk about how to help clients with their goals. One of the most important aspects is, for clients to get results from your program. It's no point just having a program where you're teaching and clients aren't getting those goals that they wanted. Now, most of you guys, I've spoke to you in terms of why you signed up for the program. A lot of you wanted to learn how to do this yourself. A lot of you thought, it's an easy lead-in for me to develop something wider. Some of you are highly optimistic, but again, very possible to be able to, even though it's a 6-week program, there's no reason why you can't get started straight away. And you could, in effect, to be honest with you, if you know your subject matter, if you have your material, if you have a following on social media, there's no reason why you can't create and get a program up and running within a week. But a few of you I've spoken to already want to be able to get your program up and running in the next couple of weeks, which is highly possible. And I'll help you and do as much as I can to make that happen for you. Also, we look at coaching ethics. That's one of the biggest things. As a coach, what are our sort of ethics and guidelines that we have to follow also. And obviously at the end we'll have a Q&A, a question and answer session. And if you've got any questions for me that you want answered, we can cover that. Or like I said, you'll get access, and you have access to the online online coaching forum that I've set up. And we can do that. And Dawna's just mentioned actually that her network is on LinkedIn. Now, Dawna, I'm going to give you a tip, and this is such a cool tip. I don't know if you have your LinkedIn contacts downloaded as an email file, but one thing I found that, because I outsourced doing messages on LinkedIn, it takes a long time, and I managed to download my contacts from LinkedIn. And I did a mailing to my contacts on LinkedIn, and absolutely phenomenal. I had just over a 27% open rate. So that was interesting, because I also have my Facebook, I've also downloaded my Facebook contacts via email. And one interesting thing that I found that I'm going to share with you all is that my Facebook, the same email sent to my Facebook list only had a 18% open rate, whereas my LinkedIn had a much higher open rate and a much more higher click-through rate as well. So it's very interesting the quality of people and contacts on LinkedIn versus Facebook. So it's interesting. Mike says, when you downloaded contacts, how do you send the email? Yes, I have access to a proprietary email system, so I just drop the emails in there. But yeah, you can use anything like GetResponse. Gmail, I think you're capped to a couple of hundred you can send via Gmail. But there are other ways you can send. I mean, SendGrid.com is another one. But there are quite a few email services online that you can actually drop the emails in, and you can actually do email blasts. But the thing with those, you can't set up forms for inbound, but you can do outbound. So I'll do a bit more research for you, and I'll find those, and then I'll put them in the forum. That's what I'll do. I'll put them in the forum, and I'll give you guys access to the links for those. But yes, it's very interesting. I did an email blast. Actually, it was for my book launch, and it was absolutely phenomenal. The amount of people who opened from LinkedIn, Facebook, and the amount of people who clicked on the link. LinkedIn just blew the Facebook list away. So that's interesting, very interesting. Okay, so let's begin by touching upon why online coaching. Now, here's the thing, guys. Online or virtual coaching, what is it? It's a service of offering coaching over the internet to individuals or groups, and it's the future of coaching. I was just gonna answer Zayed's question he just posted and tell him that it is very hot here. I'm actually sitting outside and I'm sweating, and I'm actually sipping a cocktail as well, which is quite cool. Just take a sip of that. But it's amazing, online coaching is what it is. It's online or virtual coaching, and it's a service for offering coaching over the internet, and it's pretty phenomenal. And I am not a big fan of coaching, okay, to be honest with you. With the one-to-one coaching, it takes up so much time, and I was introduced to group coaching a couple of years ago, and I thought to myself, you know what, why not try and do this online? There are a couple of people who have done it, and for me it's much easier and I prefer it that way. So a couple of years I started doing it, and it's just phenomenal. I have 2 or 3 programs that I always run on a regular basis, and I always get people signing up to it, and it's just great. It's content that I've developed once and I can use again and again because you have different people who sign up to it. So it's pretty phenomenal. Okay, so do you have any? Okay, cool. So we've got more questions there. That's not like I say, guys. You're welcome to post your questions throughout, but we've got a Q&A at the end as well, so I'll answer those questions for you at the end. Okay, so the option of online coaching is becoming increasingly popular. Okay, as customer demands change due to societal changes. So now the great thing with online coaching is it's worldwide. Now on this program right now, we have people from the US, the East Coast, the West Coast. We have people from the UK. We've actually got one person here from Australia as well. So it's really interesting, the diversity of people we have around the world, and it's great. I'm in Thailand, and look, I'm conducting coaching over the internet, literally in my shorts, and just sitting here, but coaching. So it's pretty phenomenal what you can do in terms of coaching wise and how you deliver it. So it's just amazing, absolutely amazing. And it's something that I want you guys to all get into. The first couple of times you do it, you may not get many people, but look, at the end of the day, if you get a couple of people signed up, you're always going to be in profit. And it's the margins are high on it because there's no initial cost outlay really. You can do it via webinars, or you can do it recorded and have it on a website, or you can have Google Hangouts. So we'll cover more of that in the next couple of weeks, and different ways you can use it. And the platform that we're going to give you access to, you can even use that and actually put the recordings of your courses in there and actually sell it that way if you don't want to do it live like I'm doing right now. So here's the thing, more and more people are using the phone, okay, and the internet for employment and for personal use. So it's pretty phenomenal. Almost everyone who can afford to hire a coach owns a computer and has internet access. And it's something that I see as, it's good because, you're not you don't need huge numbers to be able to pull off a successful online coaching program, which is quite cool. And as the society gets busier, people take on more work, more personal roles, and more possessions and more activities. We're in that sort of society where people want that delivery, and they want that delivery however they can get it, and sometimes even they want it sort of instantly. So people have less and less time to drive to and from appointments, and it's much more convenient to receive the coaching via the internet. And the great thing is, many of you on this program right now are experts and have your specialities. So it's something that you guys can put out there and deliver, via online coaching. So here's the thing, many people love the autonomy and freedom of online coaching, okay? And like I've told you before, they may be more willing to commit to the time involved when they do not have to worry about driving time and hassle, okay? So if they have their coaching online, they don't need to make an appointment, and it can be done completely at their convenience or not. So that's a great thing with online coaching. There's two ways you could do this. One is, for example, there's a couple of people who haven't turned up to this online class because they're like, say, hell, look, we're fine as long as we can get the recordings to watch them in our own time. That's what we want access to, and as long as we have access to you, that's fine. So some of you guys are on the call right now, and it's live. So I'm talking to you live right now, and you're chatting to me live online. And there'll be a couple of people who say, you know what, I can't make the times for some reason or another. But hey, when it's convenient for me, I will go through the classes, and as long as I've got access to you, then I'm all cool with it. And they end up paying the same prices as anyone would do for a live program. And the great thing is, they can fit it into their schedules. They don't have to fit it into my schedule at all. My schedule is as we go along with the program. And, some people, they can pay as they go, and they can use their time, and they can go at their own pace. So, most of you guys are here. There's some people who aren't here, and then they'll just want to go through it at their own convenience. And that's the great thing with online coaching. You could never do that with the old-fashioned, one-to-one coaching model. And here's the thing, since they only purchase as much service as they want, they feel more in control of their time and money. So a lot of you have also said, online coaching, I like to introduce it as a stepping stone to doing bigger things. And I'll show you in a few seconds the model that really works for that. Another thing, most clients who are seeing face-to-face would always opt for an online checkup in between sessions if they were offered this service. So adding online coaching or online coaching options to your existing services can really add value to whatever services you're already delivering. Now, as you know, I am a joint venture expert. I do a lot of consulting with businesses, but I love the coaching. I love speaking, so I am a speaker. So for me, this is really me giving a speaking presentation, but coaching at the same time and training at the same time. And it's something that I really enjoy doing. Okay, so let's look at the benefits of online coaching. So here's one of the things, okay, and this is me proving this to you right now. You can work from home or anywhere in the world, even if you're on vacation. So right now, for example, I am working basically on the beach. Okay, I've got my laptop open. There's a couple of people sitting around me just actually listening in on this presentation. Which is quite funny. So and there's people walking past. You probably can't hear them right now, and we're just sitting here by the pool. And people are probably wondering, what is this guy doing? They probably think I'm having a Skype call. So it's a proof is in the pudding. And the great thing is, it's all pre-sold. So another thing, and I'm going to teach you on this program, is sometimes you don't even need to have the content. You would get people to sign up to the program. You'd give them a list of topics that you want to cover, and then when people have signed up and paid, then if you want to, you can create the content. But most of us here, we already have content. So one of the reasons why we're really interested in this program, for example, is because we already have the content, we already have the expertise. We just want to be able to deliver that online through an online coaching a coaching program. So here again, all you need is a laptop, computer, internet. Now all I have here is a basic laptop. I have my headset, I have my clicker. I always carry my clicker with me because I'm a speaker. Who knows when I may be dragged in to speak at an event, for example. So I always carry that with me when I travel. And internet. And I'm really actually really, really pleased and surprised, because one of the things I was thinking of is, oh, you know what? I hope the internet where we are is good and works, because I've had instances where I've done webinars and the internet's dropped, and that is in the UK, right? I've never had it abroad. In the UK, I've always had issues with the internet, and it's absolutely bizarre. But here we're fine. We've got the internet. I can see you guys online, and I'm coaching, which is it's absolutely phenomenal. You don't know how phenomenal it is. I mean, I'm sitting here, literally at the other end of the world. Some of you guys are sitting at the other ends of each of the world, and we're all gathering in the same place on this program. So again, you can work as many or few hours as you want. And another thing, let me tell you, Thailand is interesting because it's very, very cheap here. We went out for a meal, and it cost us £1.50, which is about $2.50 for a full meal. Absolutely cheap. Now I know why a lot of my friends are also based. I've got a few friends actually based out in Thailand, so now I know why most of these guys are based out here, and it's just phenomenal. You know, it's the people living here. I mean, it's the lifestyle here, and the cost of living is very, very low. So you could do this. You could, if one of your dreams was to either go traveling regularly, you could always do that. Prior to you can always sell your coaching program prior, then organize yourself to go on coaching and go somewhere. And the great thing with me is, because I'm teaching this in terms of how to do it, I'm actually showing you exactly what I'm doing at the same time, which is quite cool. Also, you can plan your own time schedule. This is semi-true and true. Like, for example, right now, I've fixed a time to be able to deliver the coaching, and it works for everyone. It's 11 p.m. we started here, 5 p.m. I believe in the UK, and midday in the US, and probably earlier on the West Coast. So everyone's managed to make it. So you can plan it in terms of your time schedule wherever you are. And I think where we are right now is the time schedule is, or the time difference between the UK and where we are right now is quite a lot. Also, clients pay online. Your account is credited within 24 hours of a session or in advance. So when you sell your coaching program, people are paid in advance. Now, I'm going to share with you something else that I'm going to be testing very soon. That's paid for webinars. Everyone does free webinars and they sell, and people are like, oh, I'm sick and tired of I go on a webinar to get some training, and all it is a sales pitch. Now, something that I'm looking at is probably in the future doing paid webinars where people pay for a webinar and it's just strictly pure training, no upsell at the end, no pitch. And how great is that? If you sell a couple of those webinars or a series of webinars, you can do them from anywhere. But I do prefer the online coaching program model where you've got like 6 weeks or 8 weeks, because it gives you that leeway to be able to say, hey, I can spend 6 weeks here, I can spend 8 weeks there, and you know what, my cost is covered, my travel's covered, and I'm in serious profit as well. So it's pretty cool. And also there's the satisfaction of helping other people who might never access coaching any other way. It's you may have something that you want to deliver, and those people may not be able to afford the high one-to-one coaching, for example, or the high-end programs, and you can deliver that via online coaching. So you can, and I'll go through some pricing points with you as well in terms of how to price it. So let's look at coaching versus consulting right now. So here are the two aspects of coaching versus consulting. So if you're coaching, your focus is on an individual, for example, like an employee. When you're consulting, your focus is on the organization. So if I go into a company, I'm consulting for the organization. Coaching, I'm coaching for the individual. My role as a coach is a facilitator. So I help facilitate the coaching for the client. Whereas with consulting, my role is just to advise. I don't implement, I just advise them what they should be doing, and they have a team who implements it. Whereas I'm a facilitator to make sure that things are being implemented, and I help that approach as well. And you've got the approach for the coach, which is enabling employees or enabling individuals to identify and implement their own solutions. With a consulting route, I'm just managing that process. I don't do any of that implementation, or I don't oversee the implementation. And obviously, some of the outcomes is to make sure that the individual is satisfied and actually can move forward. Whereas with consulting, it's always about project completion. Once I've completed that project, that's it. I'm away from the company and my job is done. But coaching is an ongoing thing, especially when you're working with individuals. Okay, so let's go through the benefits of online coaching again. So with online coaching, there's less burnout and emotional fatigue. Now, let me tell you, I launched a very high-end program a few years ago, and I've been doing it over the last couple of years. It's like a $15,000 program, 3-day live program teaching people how to become certified joint venture brokers, and then we have 12 months of one-to-one coaching, and that really burnt me out. It's a lot of hard work to do, on a regular basis, getting on regular coaching, one-to-one coaching calls, and you do get fatigued after a while. Especially when you've got 50 students or 50 people on your program to handle. For me, it was quite a lot, and I'm not really a big fan of one-to-one coaching. Also, one of the benefits of online coaching is, you can work barefoot, in your pajamas, sweats, or even naked if you want, if that's your thing. So, you could just chill wherever you want, and, no one sees you. No one sees the way you're dressed. But, you want to be able to, work in that environment. Okay, so hi Sunita. Sunita just joined us there as well. Sunita, we've just been going through the basics of how online coaching works and the benefits of online coaching. And like I say, I'll give you a link at the end of this module where you can access the recordings of the whole 6 weeks, plus all the resources, templates, and where you can get all your support online as well. So again, the benefits of online coaching, you can work barefoot in your pajamas, sweats or naked. Plus, you can help more people. The world is your market. This is what I love. I'm a big people person. So, if I was coaching individuals, sometimes people, they have a target market as for example, UK and US, and they say, oh, we'll leave those others. But, if anyone wants to sign up to this program, they can sign up from anywhere. If they sign up from India, from Africa, from the US and UK, they could sign up anywhere. As long as they have an internet connection, they could sign up to my program. So that's the beauty of doing online coaching. And also, you can work from anywhere in the world or while traveling. So, I put out an email recently about me taking time off and spending a bit of time here. We're going to be in Thailand for the next couple of months, then we're off to Bali after that, and then Dubai. And the online coaching program allows me to do that. Allows me to say, what, I'm not going to be doing any more consulting right now because I already have clients that I'm dealing with. I'm not going to be doing any more one-to-one or intense 3-day training programs. But this allows me to say, what, at least once a week I can jump on a 1 hour or 90-minute webinar class and touch base with clients on my program to see how they're progressing. So it's pretty cool. So let's look about the traditional coaching model. Now, there is a traditional coaching model that everyone uses, practically the same as working with clients on a one-to-one basis, which is it can be such a nightmare. And you don't really want to do that. You want to stick to the group coaching model, or even, like I say, online group coaching model, which is probably the best coaching model, I believe, for you to be able to do it from anywhere. There is a traditional coaching fee formula that people use, and let's say, for example, your target is to make $100,000 a year, 6 figures. 6 figures over 12 months is about $8,333 a month, which is what you need to take in to be able to make 6 figures. And you only have 160 working hours available each month. So 80 hours of that is dedicated to marketing, 40 hours is dedicated to admin, which leaves you with about 40 hours of coaching time. So that's all you can fit for coaching clients, okay? Now, 40 hours divided by 4 weeks is roughly 10 hours per week. That's all you have, 10 hours per week to do your coaching. So that's so 1 client per hour a week that would be roughly about 10 clients. Now, $8,333 divided by 10 clients would be $833 per client. That's what you need to charge per client per week. And you know, the traditional coach, the traditional face-to-face coach, one-to-one coach, earns only about 55 to around about 116K a year. So this is a traditional coaching formula model, which is something that you really don't want to go down that route. This is the ideal coaching model that you want to apply. So for example, at the bottom you have your product, which is your lead generation products. Now for example, most of you have seen what I have. I have my PowerPoint slides, for example, I give away for free. I have a DVD that I ship out to people. They pay postage and packing, shipping and handling. So your products are really your lead generation products. Any products you create are lead generation to get people in and build your list, okay? To build your list, that's a really important thing. Then your focus should be on your online programs. Okay, so get people into your lead generation funnel and then sell them online programs ranging between, let's say, $497 to $997, okay, dollars. And only deal with one-to-one clients who are premium. So out of those people who come into your online program, you can pick and choose who you want to work with on a one-to-one basis, because you know you have that choice of flexibility to do that, and that's your premium one-to-one. So you know this is the ideal coaching model that you should be following. Okay, so let's look at the online group coaching model now. So we mentioned earlier that the traditional 40 hours a month coaching is what you need to make 6 figures a year. Okay. Now here's the thing, if you did a 4-week online coaching program, 4 one-hour classes, and you charged just $497, and you had just 20 people sign up to that, you'd be making just under $10,000 per month, okay? And $10,000 per month is equal to about $120,000 a year. So that's 4 hours a month online group coaching for just $100K and 6 figures a year, okay? Now, if you want to leverage that and take it to the next level, you have a 6-week online coaching program, or even 7 or 8 week, with 4 90-minute classes, and you charge $997, and you get 20 people onto that. That's 20K. Okay, $20,000 is what you'd be making for that 6-week online coaching program. Now, I'm going to give you a couple of case studies because this is something that I have done previously. And you know, if you divide that by the 6 figures by the 20K, all you need to do is just do 5 of those programs a year. That's 30 weeks of the year. You know, you're literally working for 6 months of the year earning 6 figures. Okay, that's pretty phenomenal. And like I say, the great thing with that is because there's small numbers, you can run that program again and again. You could do it every quarter if you wanted to, but you could actually literally run it like sort of 4 or 5 times a year, which is quite cool. And if you've got different programs, you can run different programs. The great thing is once you have the programs, the content is already there. Like for example, I'm taking you through this 6-week program, and this content I've already created because I've done this program previously, and this is the second program that I'm doing right now. So that's pretty cool. Okay, so let's look at a real life case study now. So I created a 6-week online JV coaching program. And you guys are going to get access to this as well, okay? You get access to the 6-week online JV coaching program. Guys, just while we're going, just give me a yes in the chat box if you can see my screen, the real life case study screen. Just want to make sure that we're okay, because I'm always curious about the internet when I'm abroad. Okay, thanks guys, cheers. And I'm actually quite impressed, I must say. Okay, so I created a 6-week online JV coaching program. Like I say, as a bonus, you're going to get access to this program as well. And I marketed it using social media via webinars. And guys, let me tell you, you know, the content for this 6-week online JV coaching program was actually from a manual that I wrote. I wrote like an 80-page manual on how to do JVs. I pulled out the content out of the manual, and I put it onto PowerPoint slides, and I created a program from it. Pretty cool. So I did the webinar, and I just had 96 people on the webinar. So see, you don't need huge numbers, okay? I had 96 people turn up to a webinar. Mostly you get 30 to 40% sharp rate. So, you know, those are the numbers you'll get. And I sold 21 spots at $997 each, okay, to that 6-week online JV coaching. It was a very good, it was a very interesting topic. People were interested in it. And like I said, most of my programs are high ticket. So when I did this, people were like, wow, that's $1,000. I'm definitely going to sign up to this because obviously, you know, I do like a $15,000 program as well. No, I repeated that 5 times in the year, and I made just over 6 figures with that program. And I did this all while traveling, just using the internet. Now, last year, if you saw, I did a lot of traveling to the US. Oh, I did a lot of traveling in the US, and this is what I did. You know, I did this program 5 times a year, 5 times in that year, and I did it all over the internet. And then I created a $397 product from it, just from the recordings, and I've got that online that people purchase, and I have had people purchase the actual recording. So it's pretty phenomenal how much money you can make even after the program's actually finished. And this program right now, if you're watching the recordings of this and you've purchased the recordings, thank you very much for purchasing the recordings, and I hope you really enjoy this program, because I'm doing the same thing. This program, again, like I say, is going to be recorded, put online, and sold as an online program with the recordings and the templates, and something that you guys can easily do as well. It's pretty cool. So I did most of my marketing on Facebook, and as you can see, I set up an event page on Facebook to market my webinar, and you know, I had quite a substantial amount of people the event went out to, and then I had a lot of people saying that they would attend it, and I had quite a lot of numbers of people attend the actual webinar. And I've set up a simple order page. This is very basic order page, HTML. And you know, it was now I'm using lead pages. I use lead pages now, which is really, really good. I highly recommend you use lead pages for all your sales pages and webinar pages. And it was simply this, you know, it gave them a date of when the program started, what they got for the program, and how much the payment was. You know, normally $1,500, but you know, if you sign up, you know, within X amount of time, you know, you get the program for $997. So this was the JV program that I discussed in the case study. Mike says, yes, I will. I'm going to teach you how to market via webinars, and it does work even if you don't have a following. But see, the thing is, if you are on social media, you can post on Twitter, Facebook, for example, and LinkedIn, and people will register for your webinar, and I'll help you guys do that and promote your programs for you as well. But yes, I will go through that. I will go through how to market it and the steps that you guys need to do to be able to do that. So we will cover that in I think it's week 5. I think that is. We'll be covering that week 5. But also at the same time, Mike, you know, you're talking about a following. In week 6, I'll teach you how to build your credibility really, really quickly so you can get a following, which is very important, and you guys need to really, really concentrate on that. So let's look at another real-life case study number 2. I created the original online coaching formula program, and I marketed it using social media via webinars. I did a webinar, and this time just 73 people showed up to the webinar, okay? And I sold 15 spots for the original online coaching formula program at $997. And I also did a payment plan, which came out to around about $1,182 each, and that was $16,000 I made just on that program, and that again was all while traveling using just the internet. And from that, I created a $497 product. Like I say, it's the same thing with this program. This is updated content, for example. I always update the content, and this will be the latest recordings in the portal on dojalearning.com, which you guys will get access to also to create your own courses, and that's where I'll have the recordings of the program that people could purchase. It'd be interesting to see actually how that goes, because previously I had a lot of people who couldn't make the live program, but they bought the recordings. So so that was pretty cool. Okay, so here's what I did. So this is Lead Pages. I created a landing page promoting my webinar, and I said, hey, this is what I'm doing, this is what I'm teaching. It's a webinar on how to make 6 figures a year, working just 6 months from home or anywhere in the world on your laptop as an online coach. And most of you guys have also come through to this landing page, registered for my webinar. And like I say, I've got the Facebook and the Twitter likes and the Google and the G+, which shows a bit of activity that people are actually liking the page and they're registering. And I also had a counter on there counting down when the webinar actually starts. And this was a simple order page. I had an area there where it gave me the number of people that could come into the program, and then I had a video I created in Animoto, which is free, and I'll go through that later as well. And then I had the price. You pay $997, or you can pay 6 installments of $197, and that was it. And that was the first online coaching formula program, and it was pretty cool. And now this is the second program that I'm running here from Thailand, which is quite cool. So let's look at the online coach's role right now. So the role of an online coach, which is obviously what you'll be doing, is to facilitate the exploration of needs, motivations, desires, skills, and thought processes to assist your client in making real lasting change. So what does that mean? That means basically you are the facilitator, okay, to bring it out of people, to motivate them, to desire them, and to bring out their skills to be able for them to make a real lasting change in their lives. You'll be using questioning techniques to facilitate clients their own thought processes in order to identify solutions and actions rather than take a directive approach. So basically what you're doing is you're helping them bring out their own thought processes and identify their own solutions and take their own actions. Okay, this is what the gist of coaching is, and online coaching also. And then you support the client in setting those appropriate goals and methods of assessing progress in relation to these goals. So for example, I'll be coaching each of you to set those goals in terms of what you want to achieve by coming on this program, and then we'll look at the methods of making sure that you achieve those goals and you progress in relation to the goals that you have mapped or we have identified. So as an online coach, one of your roles is really to observe, listen, and ask questions to understand your client's situation. Also, creatively apply the tools and techniques which may include one-to-one training, facilitating, counseling, and networking. So, this is the role that a coach takes when you have a client, and this is what I'll be doing with each of you also. Also, you as an online coach, one of your roles is to encourage a commitment to action and the development of lasting personal growth and change in your client. So I'll be working with you guys regularly throughout the 6 weeks to make sure that you are developing and you're growing on a personal level also, and we're making those changes. Also, one of your roles will be to maintain unconditional positive regard for your clients, which means that as the coach, at all times you need to be supportive and non-judgmental to your clients' views, lifestyles, and aspirations. So it's all about facilitation. Whereas as a consultant, my role is different. I'm more of an advisor rather than someone who's facilitating. Also, as we go deeper into the online coach's role, you have to ensure that clients develop personal competencies and do not develop unhealthy dependencies on the coaching or mentoring relationship. So you have to nurture your clients. And that's what your job is, to coach the client, okay? To coach the client through change. And then obviously evaluate the outcome of the process using objective measures wherever possible to ensure the relationship is successful and your client is achieving their personal goals. So evaluation is a big thing as a coach. You need to evaluate the process and do that on a regular basis. And one of the things that you'll be provided with on this program when you log in to the portal is you'll have all the coaching templates there as well. Each template you can use for the client and your role as a coach delivering coaching for your client. So I've provided you guys with all the templates and tools you need there. Also, you must encourage your clients to continually improve their competencies and to develop new developmental alliances when necessary to achieve their goals. So coaching is all about that. And this is why one-to-one coaching, for example, it takes up a lot of time and energy. But group coaching and delivering coaching online, whether it's through training that we're doing right now, and then through one-to-one coaching via email, via live chat, for example, or via a forum, is how you can do that also. Also, as an online coach, one of the things you need to ensure that your clients they develop their personal competencies and do not develop unhealthy dependencies on the coaching or mentor relationship. I see. Looks like we've probably repeated this slide, so we'll go forward. Also, you need to make sure that your client works within their area of personal competence, and they also possess qualifications and experience in the areas that coaching is offered. So, this is one of the things that we need to make sure that we can do. We need to be able to possess that experience in the area where we're offering the coaching. Now, I spoke to a few of you a few days ago, and this is something that we try to identify. And some of you said, can I really do this? Or, I've signed up to your program, but do I have the skills and experience to be able to develop, and deliver coaching in this area? And it was good because we had a strategy session. We went through, background, for example, and we identified that yes, you do have that, experience to be able to deliver area in this coaching in this specific area. Also, one of your roles as a coach is to manage the relationship to ensure that your client receives the appropriate level of service and that your programs are not too short or not too long. So what's the client's role then? We've gone through our role as a coach, and these are the things that we must deliver, obviously, to the client. What is the client's role? So the client's role is obviously to create an agenda for coaching based upon personally relevant goals established. Now this is very important. This is the thing that the clients must do. So let me just take another sip. Also, as a client, they must utilize assessment and observations to enhance their own self-awareness. So the clients also have their own responsibilities. They must assume full responsibility for their personal decisions and actions. And that's one of the biggest things with coaching. It's the client taking responsibility for their personal decisions and actions. And, also utilizing the coaching process to promote possibility thinking and fresh perspectives. Coaching is all about, working with your client for them to open their horizons and think about different possibilities of change. Okay, that's one of the main aspects of coaching. Also, the client must take courageous action in alignment with their own personal goals. Okay, set those goals, and you as a coach should facilitate them taking action. Okay, they also must engage in big picture thinking and problem solving, and the client and your client must also utilize the tools, concepts, models, and principles that are provided to them by you to engage in effective forward action. So, you will be bringing in models and tools and principles to help them, but they have to make sure that they engage with you to be able to go forward and, and take action. So one of the things that we must do as coaches is, we must, help clients set and achieve their goals. And one of the models you can use for that is the WWWHW model for clients. And what is that? Okay, it's basically what, who, where, why, how, and when. So the what basically covers what is the situation the client is in. So right now, where is the client? What is the situation the client is in? A client has come to you, or you have clients on an online coaching program. What is the situation of the clients right now? And what are some of the symptoms that you see? What are some of the symptoms that you're seeing right now for your clients on your coaching program? And what's really going on? People will tell you one thing, but it's up to you to identify exactly what the real issue is. What is the real issue with these with clients? Some of you might have different areas. My area is business coaching. Some of you may have relationship coaching, for example, or some of you may have health coaching. and fitness coaching. So these are some of the things that you want to be able to go through with your coaching clients. Looking at who is the client being right now? Are they being themselves? Are they portraying something different? And who were they? Before they came to you, what did they used to be? Exactly what were they? Who was that? Who was the client? And who is the client if their needs were met? If their needs were met and they didn't need coaching, who would that client be? How can you identify who that client is? On the why aspect, we cover why does the client want these goals? What's the purpose of the client fulfilling these goals that you have helped them achieve, okay? And you've helped them set. And also, oh, you can hear the thunder there. Let's just hope it doesn't rain. Okay, so also, why do you as the coach want these goals for the client? Why do you want the client to have these goals? Also, why is the client really going after these goals? What's the real reason that your client actually wants to go after these goals? So a lot of coaching is about goal setting and also about the client achieving their goals. Okay, let's have a look at that. Okay, guys, can you give me a yes in the chat box if you can still hear me? I just want to see if I'm still connected and you guys can still hear me. Sorry, guys, give me a second. If you can just, if you can still hear me, give me a yes in the chat box. Hi, guys. Can you give me a yes in the chat box if you can still hear me? Excellent. Yeah, see, it's it's quite interesting. Brilliant. Thank you, guys. See, we had a big thunder clap there, and it looked like the internet just went out there for a couple of seconds, but we're back now, so that's cool. Like I said, guys, just give me a yes in the chat box if you can hear me, and we'll continue. Brilliant. Excellent. We are back. Excellent. See, that's the beauty of online coaching. You never know what's going to happen, but like I say, we're pretty lucky with the internet out here, but you will get some instances like that. Okay, so let's continue. I think we went through this one. Okay, so let's move on to where. And so let's see if there's someone. A question to ask here. Okay, Dawn, if you've got a question about marketing, just put it in the chat box. It's fine. And then we can have a Q&A at the end, and I can answer those questions for you. And guys, if you've got any questions that you want to ask, just put them into the chat box. And then at the end, I'll go through any questions you have. Brilliant. Okay, so we're going to look at where now. And, one of the things is, where does the client want to head? And what are the goals of that particular client? And where do you, as the coach, want the client to head? Now, the client may have their own ideas about goals, but your job as the coach is a facilitator, right? So you need to be able to facilitate that, and you need to be able to make sure that the client heads in that direction. Also, where is the best place for the client? You're helping the client achieve those goals. You're helping the client set those goals, and it's your job as the coach. The client will look at you for the for guidance as a facilitator. All right, Donna, thanks for that question. I'll definitely touch upon that at the end of the session. Great question, by the way. That one, that's a good one. Okay, so let's look at the when aspect. When will these goals be met? According to the plan and the milestones, the plan that you develop with your client. Okay, then you need to go through the milestones. It's something that I'll be doing with each of you guys here on this program as well. Also, how will the client reach these goals? What's the strategy that we're going to take for this? And how will the client reach the goals set by us as the coach? And as the coach, how can we really help that client? Okay, so that's pretty important to look at on an aspect in itself. So let's look at some of the online coaching ethics, which are very important for us to follow. See, one of the greatest concerns regarding ethics and safety of online coaching is ensuring confidentiality, and that's a big thing. If you're working with clients online, you've got to make sure that you go through certain processes and procedures. And in the online portal, we've got templates and forms in there that you can actually do. So you actually have a trail, a paper trail, that you can actually set up and take those clients through. And this should be covered well in something called a client intake form. And you will all get a copy of the client intake form. It's actually in the portal. And I'll give you the link in a few seconds how to do that and how to log in to get access to that. So we've included our own online coaching intake form for you to download in the member resources area. Now in the member resources area, there's all the templates you need to be able to deliver online coaching. In there also, you will get access to all the recordings of this program. There'll be a forum in there for you to ask questions, and I'm always in and out of the forum. So if you've got any questions in there, or if you want to contact me and speak to me on a one-to-one basis, there is a button in there called Contact the Instructor. You can contact me directly from there, and I'll answer all your questions. I get your questions via email, so I can just jump on and I can answer those questions for you on a one-to-one. If you need to go on to a Skype call with me, then that's not a problem. Just let me know when, and if you need to get on a Skype call, we can do that also. So you have access to different areas. We have a live chat feature on the platform as well, so you can talk to me and all the other people on the program, whoever's registered, whoever's online at the same time as well. We also have included different forms to assist you with your coaching agreements and online coaching sessions. So I put as many forms in there as I can. I'm not going to overload you with forms. You only have the forms in there that you actually need to deliver your online coaching. And like I said, this is just week one. We're just touching upon an introduction to online coaching. Over the next couple of weeks, we're going to be going more into advanced areas and touching more upon the stuff that you need to be able to build and develop and create and sell your online coaching program. So like I said, this is just the first week. This recording will be up in the portal within the next couple of hours. You'll also have a PDF that you can download with all of the slides. I'll give you guys access to that as well, so you can read that offline. And hey, that's it for week one right now. Just gearing you guys up, getting some juices flowing, get your ideas flowing as well at the same time. And like I said, if you've got any questions for me, I'd love to answer any of those questions you have, whether it's at the end of this class or whether it's in the portal. And the URL for the portal, guys, is http onlinecoachschool.dojolearning.com. Don't put a www dot in there, just exactly like it's on the screen right now. Type that into your browser, and then most of you have already registered for the online portal. The only person I think Sunita, I didn't see you confirm your registration. If you can do that, then you can log in once you've registered into the portal where all the recordings will be. We've got a forum in there all the templates are there, all the downloads are there, the live chat features there on there as well, and you can contact me and speak to me directly through the platform as well. So that's it, guys. That's the end of the first module, which is just really an introduction module, and I think we've done pretty well. Apart from the old Thunder cloud that we just had, that knocked us out for a couple of seconds. And guys, again, there's the URL. Make sure you write that down if you want to go online and log in. And if you have any questions, I could do a Q&A right now. Let's see if we have any questions. Otherwise, guys, you can put your questions in the online forum. You can talk to me one-to-one, and like I said, I'll be working with you guys on a weekly basis. So let's have a look first. Question from, thank you, Sunita. Question from Donna. I have a list of 60 leads for my lead gen, but I have no idea how to put a buyer persona or determine how to position online coaching work. In ideas how to start to convert that list into value. Yes, if you have a list of 60 leads from what you need to do, yeah, survey is good. I was just going to say that because I'm actually Sunita, the software will be available ASAP. What I'll do is, as soon as you guys are registered on the system and I've got the recording up and you've accessed the online platform, I will send each of you a actually what we'll do it right here. What I need you guys to do is, I'll send you a link. I'll send each of you a link via your Gmail to register for the online platform for 30 days. And once you've registered, I'll extend your 30 days to 90 days. You can actually go to dojalearning.com if you wanted to and click on plans and sign up to the professional plan to start off with. And if you sign up to the professional plan, you don't need to put credit card details in, and you can be up and running. And then I'll just go in there and I'll just extend your 30-day trial to 90 days. So let me type it in here for you. It is www.dojalearning.com. So if you go to dojalearning.com, go to the plans page, and then that's basically what you want to be doing. Is that okay, guys? Can you still hear me? Have we lost electricity? Hi guys, can you still hear me? Hello? Okay, brilliant. Wow. Okay. I'm back again. Okay, to answer your question, Donna, yes, the survey is good. What I'll do is I have somewhere, you're talking about questions. I'll put up something in the portal for you guys in terms of, survey questions you can ask. And also, just got a free overview of social emotions. It's almost good. I wonder if you have any sense of the market for that. Again, researching the market for any particular program is always best to have a look and see what other people are doing, to be honest with you. Price wise also, like for example, this program that we're doing right now, there are a couple of people who do something similar, and I looked at their price points, I looked at what they were covering content wise, and I just decided to go, because I've already done it before, just base it on my own experience. Some of the best programs are always based on your own experience, so and based on something that you've done, for example, or something that you've identified. So that's what I definitely say that you want to go with. Okay, guys, any more questions before hopefully we don't get cut off again? And like I said, guys, you can go to. Did you guys get the link for the online platform? So yes, okay, good. Yeah, if you go to dojalearning.com, click on plans. Yeah, brilliant. Okay, yeah, click on plans, and then sign up for the professional. Like I said, there's no charge. And then I'll extend that to 90 days. Right, guys, I am going to actually go back inside now because I can feel I'm getting bitten by mosquitoes. Guys, thank you very much for attending the first class, week 1. I really look forward to working with you guys over the next 6 weeks. And like I say, go over in the portal. I'll upload the recordings and the PDFs of this week 1, and then we'll keep in touch there. And let's get this off the ground for everyone. Let's get you guys up and running, so at least you've got something and you've got a program in the portal that you can actually go out there and sell. Okay? All right, guys. Thank you very much. And again,